I want you to think about your home. Where is home? How do you know that you are home? What is it about the place you call home that makes it your home? Now, people often ask me where home is. And as a minister's child and then a minister myself, I've moved around a lot, and the concept of home is often different to what I'm being asked. Home, for me, is where I'm safe. It's where I can be who I am and where I can leave a mess and not worry too much about it. And home for the past 7.5 years for me has been Ramsbottom. And as many of you will relate to, I know that I'm nearly home from wherever I've been when I'm driving up the M66 and Peel Tower, when it's not misty or rainy or anything else, begins to emerge. Normally to my left, because I'm normally driving north. And I know I've nearly arrived at home and my sofa is waiting. Home, we say, is where the heart is, where you have a sense of belonging. Home should be a good place to be. But when we hear the stories of Jesus, we hear of a man who has no place, really, he can call home in that way. He's rejected in his hometown. The people of Nazareth wanted nothing to do with him. He travelled around, staying at the houses of friends and supporters, sometimes in boats, sometimes, I guess, by the roadside. In the Middle East at the time, it would have been normal to invite travellers, particularly those with something good to say, into your home, to make your home their home. But for Jesus, that still wasn't his home, because it didn't seem to matter where he laid his head. He had a home elsewhere. He had a home in his Father's arms. And when he needed space to re-energise, that space was found with his Father. Wherever he was, he would go away and have some time with his Father. His heart belonged with God the Father, and so that is where his home is. His home was when he walked on this earth. And it comes across in his stories. Last week we looked at the story of the prodigal son, where through the open arms of the Father, Jesus taught that God's heart of love reaches out to those who've gone astray. And it's in his arms we find our home. However far we've wandered, however unworthy we feel, his arms are always stretched out, wide open to receive us. He longs to embrace us and welcome us home and celebrate our restoration in a right relationship with him. So as we get to know Jesus more, we understand more deeply what that means and what it means to make him our home. Wherever we are, Ramsbottom or called elsewhere, our home is found in God's arms. That's where our hearts should be. It's there where we're safe. It's there where we can be simply who we are. It's there where our mess is taken, cleared up, and made right again. And as we come to our next story, we learn something of what that means. It's a story of compassion and redemption, where Jesus is welcomed into the home of another as he's invited to join Zacchaeus for tea.